Snooker here. You know, whenever we're going through our stuff at the fan situations, even though we try to keep ourselves as cautious and as safe as possible, more than likely either us or one of our loved ones is going to succumb to some type of illness. Whether it be the flu, such as the stomach flu, the regular flu, or any other type of sickness, food poisoning, whatever the case may be, we're going to get hit with it, and our body is going to have to take care of it. And usually the way the body expels any type of sickness is through vomiting, through sweating, and through diarrhea. Now the sweating we could probably handle and replenish back with water, but the vomiting and diarrhea are a different case. What that does is that's going to take a lot of fluids out of you quickly, and you're going to become dehydrated. And if you get hit with something such as the stomach flu, either you or your loved one, whoever gets hit with it, they're going to have a hard time more than likely keeping food down. And to which all they can really do is take little sips of water, and they're still going to become pretty dehydrated. Now, while there's not much you can do, there is some things you can do to help. Such as if you haven't prepped a lot of Gatorade because you're worried about it expiring or whatever the case is, as long as you have these 3 simple ingredients I'm about to show you, you can make your own rehydration solution with electrolytes anytime you need it. Basically, all you need, which I have in front of you, is some sodium chloride, which is also known as table salt. You'll need some sugar, which I have in this bag. And then inside this container here I already have supplied, you're going to need at least about 32 ounces of water, and maybe a little bit more depending how you want to dilute it, but not too much. So first thing we need in order for this rehydration solution to take place is we're going to need a half teaspoon of salt. Now salt is an electrolyte, and it's good for use for smaller types of dehydration. You know, there could be a severe dehydration in which you're going to need to really seek a medical provider. But I want you to think about this scenario you're in. Will you really be able to see a medical provider where you're at? If you're fortunate enough to see one, that's great. But more than likely, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, especially in this type of environment, because the medical provider's got to eat too. But for moderate dehydration, this solution is great. The second thing we're going to need is 2 tablespoons of sugar. And what the sugar's primary job is to do is that it's going to help aid in the absorption of the salt and of the water. Because when you're dehydrated, you're going to want to get this stuff back in your system as soon as possible so your body can function just like it did before. And as well, it kind of makes it taste a little better too, in my own opinion. So once you've done that, the last ingredient you're going to need, which I've already supplied in there, and you know, it's up to you on how you want to put it in there. It's probably better to put this one in first. But you're going to need at least 32 ounces of water. So if you don't have anything you can measure with, 32 ounces of water is just 2 bottles of water. You know, a bottle of water is about 16.9 fluid ounces, right? So pretty much you put just 2 bottles of water in there, and now you have yourself a little homemade solution for rehydration. And it's got your electrolytes and everything you need in there to help you bounce back. Now, once you've been dehydrated, you're not going to really want to take really big gulps of this, but you are going to want to take some sips. Either you or your loved one, who's ever succumbed to the sickness. Because you first have to test the water out and actually let them taste it and try it to make sure they're able to handle it and keep it down. Once you've taken a couple of sips, and I'd recommend probably every 15 minutes, then you can start gradually increasing your portion size to make it bigger and bigger. So let me take a swig of this. It tastes pretty good. Now what I recommend you do is you try this now at home while you have the chance before stuff hits the fan. You don't get a chance to. That way you can kind of, move it around, kind of test out your ingredients, change this or that to whatever you like, what better suits you. Such as you can add a little packet of stevia. Stevia can help sweeten it up, and plus it kind of stores for a while. Or you could also add a packet of True Lemon. That would probably work better. A little packet of True Lemon, so you get the flavor there, or a little Kool-Aid packet, whatever you think is going to make it taste better. Take time now to go ahead and set that up, and so you can go ahead and stock the ingredients that you or your loved ones like. Let your loved ones try it too. They're going to think maybe, okay, this is a little too much, but it's always better safe than sorry, and you're always better off prepared, because we really don't prepare too much about stuff hitting the fan for us. And by us, I mean our bodies. So this here is just one of those things that are going to help, and it's going to be very important that you are able to rehydrate with the needed water and electrolytes for your body. So I hope this video is informational to you, and of course I'll be making more videos. And as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Later.